Hi, this is Cindy Huston, owner of Yoga Body Elements, and I'm here to share with you exercise to help balance and strengthen your sacroiliac joint. So your sacroiliac joint is that space between where your pelvis and your lower back meet. And it allows our hips to move forward and back and draw in and move out. So sometimes if we're doing a lot of sitting, especially in a chair that's not very supported, or if we're not mindful of how we are holding our pelvis when we are doing our daily activities, that can also shift the sacroiliac joint out of alignment. So I want to share with you 4 exercises that you can do to help balance that out. If you do it daily, you might start to feel some relief in that space. So I'm going to just scoot back so you can see, and I just want to also just show you. So if you put your hands on your waist or just below your waist, just at the pelvis, and you kind of feel around that space where your pelvis is, right just at the bottom of your lower back, and there's a little indentation there, and that's where your sacroiliac joint is. And I'm really getting on to share this video because I've had some clients ask, and I hadn't made this video yet, so now it will be available. So if you find a space to lay down, and you don't need a whole lot of room, but just reclining back. And so you want to feel your feet flat on the floor. And it can be nice to rotate the palms down. You could reach your fingertips towards your heels, just to kind of feel where your heels are lined up with your hips. Okay, and then once you feel that your heels are pretty balanced on the left and the right side, you can really think about dropping the knees in. So when we allow ourselves to do that internal rotation, we feel our sacrum start to widen. And you might start to feel your sacrum widen, or it's easier to feel your back on the mat, especially your lower back or the floor, whatever you're practicing on. Okay, and then so what we can do here is if you take your 2-piece fingers, right, your 2-piece fingers, and put it right at the front of your pelvis, those iliums, also sometimes known as the hips, put your hands on your hips, but it's the top of your pelvis. You're going to start to rock your pelvis on the floor. And what you want to do, it's kind of like you're massaging your sacrum. So what is your sacrum? It's the part of your spine that runs through the pelvis. And you're just massaging it on the floor. And those of you that practice yoga, you'll know this is cat and cow spine on the lower spine. So from here, you'll just start to feel, is it tighter on the left side? Is it tighter on the right? Are you able to move a little bit more, feel a little more movement on one side or the other? So really just gathering information for yourself. And then what we're going to do is we'll gently press the sacrum into the floor, that back of the pelvis, and float the feet off the floor. Now, go ahead and cup your hands around your kneecaps. And you want to almost feel like your knees and your hands are like magnets, and you don't want them to separate. And we're going to just do a little pedaling of the legs, scissoring of the legs, reaching one leg and then the other. And it might be a little easier to think of the elbows, bending one elbow, extending the other. That sometimes can be a little more helpful to keep those hands connected to the knees. Now what we're going to do, go ahead and extend your left leg or extend your left arm, but push your right knee and thigh against that right palm. And it's about 5 to 10% of your effort. You don't have to be forcing it, sweating, but just feel you're kind of resisting that right knee coming towards you, and you're resisting that left leg dropping. And so in this position, we want to breathe, focusing on breathing into the sacrum about 3 to 4 breaths. And it's that idea of filling up that sacrum space, sending your breath, and some of you might even feel a little movement as you breathe into that space. Once you've done 4, just bring both knees back to the chest. We're doing the same thing second side. Extend your right elbow. Go ahead and press your left knee, thigh into the left hand, and breathe into that space of your sacrum. Another really important practice here is to check that the abdomen, especially the lower belly, that it's soft, that it's not gripping, creating space for more space. Now, we're going to draw both knees into the chest. The second one, you're going to just bring your hands to your outer knees. And I'm going to just turn to face this way so you can see. I don't want my knees to go outside my hips. So my hands are there as a brace to keep my knees in hip distance. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press against my palms and gently squeeze in with my palms. And so when I do this, I want to keep softening the abdomen and feeling how much more breath I can send into the sacrum. Just 4 breaths, maybe you want to do more, and check on other areas of the body that they aren't tensing up. After you've done at least 4 breaths, exhale, relax the legs. This one you might even want to do a little rocking side to side to massage out the back. And the fourth one, you're going to make fists with both hands. You want the thumb side together, the pinky side out. You're going to place those fists between the inner thighs, and you're going to squeeze in. Now again, just 5 to 10% of your effort, right? You don't want to be like sweating or having a hard time breathing. You might sweat a little. You don't want to have a hard time breathing. Let it feel, there's a sense of ease. And you can keep your feet, your shins relaxed too. So we're really just focusing on the upper legs, the lower belly, and the pelvis. Everything else is soft and relaxed. And then after you've done at least 4 breaths, release the legs. You could rock side to side again, massaging out the back. And then you could let your feet come to the floor. Maybe bring those hands to the hips, reach for the heels. See that those feet are hip distance apart. And then you could just roll to the right side, find a fetal position, press your palms down, and lift yourself up to seated. All right. So those are 4 exercises that can be really helpful for your iliosacral joint. Please send me a message if you have any questions, and stay tuned for more videos for your yoga for daily living. Bye for now.